Hello everyone. Today I would like to show you my homemade electric fence driver. So this is what powers your electric fence to keep your cattle rounded up. Or in my case, I used it to go around my garden and keep the deer out. And I think it worked. So just a couple disclaimers here. This is all made from homemade parts. As you can see, I have a sour cream can here to protect the coil in there from the rain, and of course this doesn't have like the safest wiring here. It's just kind of everyday wire, but hopefully later I'll make it a little bit more safe, but it is safer than some of the other homemade electric fence drivers out there. I don't have 120 volts AC running through it like some of those other ones do, which can actually like kill you. This one is just this one runs off of a 12 volt AC power supply right here, just a regular transformer that powers everything. This one is different in that it sends out pulses of current. It's not a continuous arcing of high voltage. Okay, so there are two parts to this circuit. There's the high voltage part, and that kind of consists in the massive wires here. In particular, this transformer here that receives power from the 12 volt AC and steps up to about 150 volts AC. That's converted to DC and stored in this capacitor right here. That's always being charged, that capacitor. Then over here in the sour cream container, I have an ignition coil it's supposed to be for your car, but it works here as a step-up transformer. So every about 2 seconds, the capacitor here is discharged into the coil, and the coil has its output over there in the electrodes, and that would normally be connected to, one would be connected to the ground, and the other would be connected to your fence. So given that that's the first part of the circuit, the other part is the little breadboard I have here. I haven't quite soldered this up. It's still just a prototype. So here I have the basically just a IC 555, just a simple timer circuit, and that switches on and off the relay here, which lets that capacitor discharge into the coil. Okay, so that's the other part of the circuit. So let's go ahead and plug it in and test it out. Okay, and this is the on switch. So let's zoom up on that spark a little bit. So that's what would be running right through your fence. So it's about 2¼ centimeters apart, those two electrodes. So based on like a very rough calculation, that's about 66,000 volts, which is quite a lot and plenty enough to keep the deer away. So it's a little bit difficult to judge exactly the voltage, because the voltage does depend on the pressure and temperature of the air. But that's 66,000 is a rough approximation. And this thing is powerful. When I connected it up to my fence around the garden, which is about 250 feet of fence, I was having arcs go right around the insulator, so it's plenty powerful. Probably a little bit too powerful for the job I had out there. And so yeah, that's the whole thing there. Well, thank you very much, everyone.